We are still dismayed by what happened to the Titan, the submarine in which 5 people who traveled to see the remains of the Titanic lost their lives. If this news still hits us today, imagine what caused the famous sinking in 1912. These days, when the great ship has returned to flood the media with headlines, some theories that had already been discussed years ago have achieved greater popularity, such as that the sinking of the Titanic was not an accident but planned. Do you know why? Stay to know this and other speculations that will leave you thinking. The first theory had already been proposed by Robin Gardner in his book Titanic, the Ship That Never Sank, where he doubts that the sunken ship was really the Titanic. The White Star Line company wanted to compete with the Cunard Steamship Company Ltd, which owned the world's largest passenger ships, the Lusitania and the Mauretania. For this, White Star Line decided to create 3 ships that would be bigger and more luxurious: the Olympic, the Titanic, and the Britannic. The first to be built was the Olympic, considered the lead ship. Its first voyages were very successful, but on its 5th, in 1911, it collided with a military ship. It was able to make it a port, but it was badly damaged. The trial held White Star responsible for the incident. After this, the Olympic became a financial disaster because they had been the culprits, and the insurance wouldn't take care of the repairs. From there arose the first speculations. It is said that the Olympic was not in a condition to go out to sea, but they launched it intentionally so that it suffered an accident and collect insurance compensation. Obviously, that had to be masked, so the company would have changed the name, calling it Titanic. And the real Titanic, a new and perfect ship, they would call Olympic. It is said that the two were together in the shipyard, and that in that time they made changes and added a 4th funnel to the damaged ship to further distinguish it. According to this theory, the real sunken ship would have been the Olympic disguised as the Titanic, and everything would have been a scam on the insurance company. Other disconcerting data that is shared is that a captain with great experience deviated from his destination, and also that he didn't hear the iceberg alerts. It was also strange that the lookout didn't have binoculars because he didn't have the key to where they were kept. Inadvertently, the second mate, David Blair, who had been relieved in a last-minute change and wasn't on the ship, had forgotten to hand over the key to his replacement. It was also pointed out as strange that such a large ship didn't have enough boats to evacuate all the crew, that the radios stopped working a few hours before, and how difficult it was for the ice of the iceberg to cut the steel. In addition to recovering the insurance, other theories indicate that there were personal objectives of J.P. Morgan, the owner of the ships. It is said that at that time, the creation of the American Federal Reserve Bank was being discussed, where half of the big businessmen like Morgan were in favor, and 3 others, the Astor, Guggenheim, and Strauss families, supposedly not. Morgan and his friends didn't travel on the Titanic. In fact, the owner had reserved a personal suite. But at the last minute, he cancelled it. Coincidentally, all those who were supposedly against the reserve did travel, and they died in the sinking. We say supposedly against because other media deny that these families publicly disagreed with the creation of the Federal Reserve. It is said that in 1985, when the remains of the Titanic were discovered, it was possible to see that the ship had several holes. Conspiracy theories suggest that these holes were produced by explosions. Others suggest that fires had broken out, weakening the steel and making it possible for the iceberg to damage the steel of the great ship. The theories accumulated more followers when it was echoed that the book The Wreck of the Titan of Futility by Morgan Robertson, which was written in 1898, that is, 14 years before the voyage was undertaken, described an accident very similar to that which occurred to the Titanic. All of these theories have gone viral and are managing to convince many people that the sinking of a fake Titanic was planned. However, several experts deny this information. Do you think it's true? Would they be able to kill more than 1,500 people to achieve their goals? We want to know your opinion, TikTakers. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, and if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!